Hello, boys and girls. This is Mrs. Pedersen teaching you about pronouns and antecedents. Remember that pronouns are words that take the place of nouns. For a pronoun to make sense, a reader or listener must know what the noun it replaces. The word or words that a pronoun refers to is called the antecedent. Every pronoun needs a clear antecedent. In these examples, you can read the sentence, John Kennedy wanted a political career, so he ran for Congress. He is the pronoun. The antecedent is John Kennedy, because that is what he is referring to. The second example, he had 7 brothers and sisters, and they helped Jack win. They is the pronoun. The pronoun, the antecedent that they is referring to is called the antecedent, are his brothers and sisters. If we didn't have the antecedent in there, we wouldn't know who they is or are, or we wouldn't know who he is. Another example, it can be in the same sentence or it can be in a totally different sentences as well. I want to run for president in 1960, Kennedy announced. So the pronoun comes before the antecedent. In this example, I is referring to Kennedy, the antecedent. In the next sentence, the supporters cheered. They had been waiting for years. So you can see they is the supporters in the previous sentence. So the pronoun can come first, the antecedent can come first, it can come second, and they can be in totally different sentences. So on this page, you might want to pause it because I want you to take these notes and this definition down. An antecedent is the word or words to which a pronoun refers. Every pronoun needs a clear antecedent. An antecedent can come before or after the pronoun. It can be in the same sentence or another sentence. So if you need to pause this right now to take those notes down, please do so. So here's some practice. Why don't you number your practice sheet, and we will do several pages of practice. What is the antecedents of the underlined pronoun? So number 1, the election was close, but Kennedy won it. So what is the antecedent for the pronoun it? Number 2, the country had problems and Kennedy wanted to solve them. So them is the pronoun. What is its antecedent? What is them referring to? Number 3, Kennedy's name for his program was the New Frontier. His is the pronoun. So what is the antecedent that his is referring to? Here are the answers. It was referring to election. Number 2, them was referring to problems. And number 3, his was referring to Kennedy. Here are some more problems to practice, so 1 through 5, and if I'm going too fast and you need to pause, please feel free to do so, because on the next page when I flip it will be all the answers. So this one you have to do 2 things. Write the pronoun and the antecedent of the pronoun. So number 1, space and its exploration was part of the New Frontier. So find the pronoun and the antecedent. Number 2, Kennedy wanted a moon landing, so he pushed for success. So what is the pronoun? And then what is the antecedent? Number 3, the government also said it would ban nuclear bomb tests. So where is the pronoun? And then what is its antecedent? Number 4, Kennedy founded the Alliance for Progress. It was a program to aid Latin American nations. What is the pronoun and what is its antecedent? And number 5, the Alliance helped the nations develop their economies. Find the pronoun, find the antecedent. If you need to pause, because the next screen is going to have the answers, please do so now. So here are their answers. So for number 1, the pronoun was its, and space was the antecedent. Number 2, he was the pronoun, Kennedy was its antecedent. Number 3, it was the pronoun, government was the antecedent. Number 4, it was the pronoun, Alliance for Progress was the antecedent. And finally, number 5, there was the pronoun, nations was the antecedent. So hopefully you've learned now about what pronouns and antecedents are, and that every pronoun needs a clear antecedent, otherwise the speaker or the reader or the listener would be very confused what you were talking about.